It's the Daily Talk Show episode 676.
Happy Easter, you absolute gronks. How are we? What's going on? I've just got my little Easter bunny and my Easter egg in my hand. I feel sick. Who's been eating Easter eggs? Oh, not many, but I've just been eating other food and just continuously all weekend. And so I will eat this as we do the show, though. It's just my whole day's literally been trying to get Bodhi not to eat and get into the pantry. Like he's got the stool out, he's getting up, he's getting into the kitchen, into the cupboard, finding the eggs somewhere. Like Amy just caught him then, had the bunny in his hand, and Amy said, "Put it down," and he just took a bite and ran. It's and then someone knocked on the front door. I thought it was the cops, man. I was like, fuck, it sounded like they were about to, kick down the front door. And then Bodhi and I ran over, and there is a tube that had 20 of these eggs in it and another big Kinder Surprise egg. And it was the next door neighbours. They gave us more eggs. So it was lovely. But at that point, I'm just like, oh no, here we go again. This is
Sebs, have you had any chocolate?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had... Also, last night, Sam made donuts.
Mm-hmm.
But he made, like, with the... I don't know what they were, like leftovers or whatever mixture. He made these, like, little balls that are, like, of donuts, and then he coated them in chocolate. So I had a few of those last night.
Yum.
And then this morning, I had a chocolate bar, and there were a bunch of all those mini Easter eggs. So I had, like... I don't know, I've probably had 10 of those, so...
Did you have your smoothie?
Chocolate bar.
No, I still haven't had brekkie yet. So,
did you have chocolate for breakfast, Sebs?
Yeah.
Oh, you've really gone.
Yeah, I've blown
balls
out.
deep. No, good on you. Good on you, mate. It's good to see you loosening up.
Well, I wasn't going to have any because it wasn't my day of
Cheat day.
eating your cheat day. But then I saw all these kids on Instagram eating eggs. I was like, fuck this. So then Bree and I ended up doing sort of this panic buy, whatever we could get at the shops.
Oh, so you had none?
I had none because we were like being responsible. But then by the end of it, we were like, nah, we need to sort this out.
Where did you actually go to buy them?
So Bree was very particular on what eggs she wanted. And so she went to a few different shops. I tapped out and ended up going home. But she went to like 6 different shops. We ended up with a assortment. We had some hot cross buns as well. So I'm coming down off the sugar high right now.
I'm going to go, I can hear it in your voice. I'm going to go for that's not where you'd normally hear you're coming down off a sugar high, but it sounds like you've been yelling. And more chocolate! No. I'm going to go for a big walk, maybe 5-10 Ks after this.
I went for the walk this morning. I think I took too many duck photos. I got sort of drawn in by some ducks, and I took 600 photos, and 300 of them were of ducks.
Well, all of them on the 70-200?
In fairness, isn't it? How many photos does that take per second?
Yeah.
So if you held it down for a second.
It can take 11 frames a second.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But at least you get every facial expression of a duck. Do they have facial expressions?
They sort of... they're interesting ducks. Spent a lot of time with them.
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, no, they're quite friendly.
Ducks.
They were coming up quite close, which isn't helpful because I did only have the 70-200 mil lens, and so I'm sort of like the minimum focal distance was a barrier.
Yeah.
But the problem is that there's no real good way with the camera I have to quieten the shutter. There's some cameras like the A7S where you can have silent shutter mode. But I did feel like this morning using the long lens and that camera, the combo makes it impossible to sort of be discreet.
And it's the combination of a creep, really.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And then the other thing that happened is the belt. Have you seen the sort of belt that I have?
As in for the camera strap belt?
No, my belt, my actual
your
pants belt.
Just
cowboy
your pants
one.
belt? Hang on, I have seen it. Why have I seen that? You've taken it off at some point.
I've seen
it. Feels like a weird thing to have noticed. I've seen it. You've had it for quite some time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like...
it's got a pattern on it. Like scaly sort of...
And so the thing
You're
is,
like
it's sort of
woven together.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the thing is that it can get a little bit. It can sort of undo. And so I was in the bushes with my long lens, and the fucking belt went, and so I had to fix my belt as all these people are walking past. I was so self-conscious.
The guy with the long
It was so
lens.
annoying.
And the big
Because I was
camera
like, Brie, I can't
his
do my
pants
pants
down.
up. So just
Oh my
fine.
God,
You're
I
with
was-
me. It's fine.
I was so annoyed. I went to. I was so annoyed that I didn't tell this guy to put his fly back up.
Mhm.
Lovely guy at a patisserie near my place, and I just got a coffee, and I saw his fly was right down, just really noticeable. And I didn't say anything. I should have said something. You think I should have said something? I was just gonna. There's a joke. It's like, are you afraid of heights? And they say no, and you say, well, your fly is, or something. I've heard that one before. I've had that one done to me before.
I feel like it's a slightly
Really?
different. I feel like it's a little bit more nuanced than that.
What the joke?
The joke.
Let me have a look.
What would you even
undone
say though?
Fly joke. That's you could do it in the joke form. Your
Yeah.
fly is unzipped. Here we go.
I think I'd prefer just a clear, hey mate, you fly, rather than some sort of quirky
Yeah, you
thing that I have to
work
try
it
and
out.
understand.
Stupid alternative methods of notifying someone that their fly is unzipped.
Oh, here we go.
The cucumber has left the salad. Robin has left the hood.
Oh no.
Someone tore down the wall and your Pink Floyd is hanging out. No, that's a bit much.
Yeah, and they're very...
You've got Windows on your laptop. I don't get that one.
no.
Your soldier ain't so unknown anymore. Quasimodo needs to go back in the tower.
Where
and
are
tend
you
to his
reading
bells.
this?
I just found this mistupid.com. Let me see. You've got your fly set for Monica instead of Hillary. Oh my
Oh.
God. That's a bit much.
Sevs, what show or movie were you watching last night?
The Invention of Lying with Ricky Gervais. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Such a great concept. Like, it is so clever.
Yeah.
A world where no one has ever lied before.
Mm.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I mean everything he writes is I quite like his humour. So
Well, I was wondering about that with your sort of sense of humour.
No sense of humour.
Yeah. Well, I was
Oh, do you
thinking that...
reckon-
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, do you reckon your sense of humour also dictates what you find funny? Like what?
That's what the sense of
other
humour
sense of
is, I guess.
No, well, I'm talking like. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about what we were. Remember how we were like your we're talking about your humour for yourself.
Mhm.
So you could be dry humour within yourself. Does that mean you find dry humour funny when you're watching it?
Yeah, sure.
That's what you understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just
Yeah,
sense of
if you
humour could-
like the humour that you sort of partake in normally.
Yes. Like if you're a
Mhm.
dirty jokes person, do you just
Mhm.
love dirty? Do you get around them hard, or it's just you like them
Mhm.
personally? You know,
I was thinking
it's-
that it could be fun during sort of all this time, whatever we want to call it, lockdown, social distancing, for Sevs to do a weekly comedy review.
comedy review.
Yeah, so
Like
watch a comedy film. I'd love to
yeah,
see him...
Is it comedy or is it rom-com? Like what are the
No, I'd love to
boundaries?
just see you review an Adam Sandler film.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I watched one last night.
What'd you watch?
I was a bit
Wasn't
intoxicated.
Zohan, was
I can't
it?
remember. No,
Joe
no.
Rogan was talking about that being a great
Dude.
film.
Oh, I've talked about that being a great film. One of my
Yeah, you have,
favourite.
actually.
It is so funny. This one was.
I've never seen it, so I should
You
watch
gotta
it.
watch
I've
it,
only
dude.
seen grown-ups from Adam Sandler, so that's pretty
Oh,
bad.
really?
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was his film.
Hang on, I'm going
Grown-ups.
to tell you this film that I watched last night.
Jason's
re-
just said the butcher is open as another way to tell someone the fly's
The
open.
butcher is
The
open.
butcher is...
I like that. I think you'd be like, pardon? It'd just be, I'd just
Yeah.
reel off
What
5 of
butcher?
these. Sorry, mate, what? Just, what are you saying, mate?
I
Your fly's
feel like
open.
on Easter Sunday it's a bit confusing too, because we are trying to work out what is open and what's not open.
Yeah.
And so it's a little
Yeah.
bit sort of confusing.
And you might
the
want
film I
meat
wa-
for a good lunch today, so it's a bit hard.
The film I watched was Blended. It's awesome. It's like it's
Is it
just
on
clever.
Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
And it's an Adam
You should-
Sandler film?
Adam Sandler with his mate Drew Barrymore,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just great. It's just subtle comedy, and he's just a winner. But that would be so hard. I mean, his bank balance really sort of speaks volumes of the success of his comedy writing because he's very, very wealthy from his films. But then he also has a lot of heat on him. Like your day that you had yesterday, feeling down the dumps, just because people mocked your music. Imagine being that guy. Imagine being Adam Sandler.
I was thinking about actually having people coming after you. You know, like that's, and the amount of DMs that I'm not going to go into all the DMs, but I did I'm sorry for yesterday, everyone. I'm fine.
Imagine.
Are you feeling all good? You're all good?
Stop DMing. I'm tired today, to be honest.
That's your voice. You can. Yeah. It's you went hard chasing ducks.
Yeah.
To try and.
It was a bit of a manic day yesterday. I posted 3 photos of myself in a row within about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Will you look at what was the?
I was on Google Photos because I was trying to find a costume.
At that same point.
Yeah, because it was the costume thing. We were trying to find good photos of us with costumes. I was like, here's a throwback. You know what? I want to post this one now. Fuck it, I'll post them all now.
Yeah. I tell you what I learned before I get back to Adam Sandler, because I found an article that says the science behind why we hate Adam Sandler. Now imagine if you had that article, Josh.
Yeah.
You'd have chronic fatigue for sure. You'd be so tired.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that even Craig Harper's been talking about all the haters. Have you seen his Instagram post?
Has he got haters?
I don't even have... The thing is, I don't have haters. I just have people that disagree with me and I just get upset. See Lisa on the DMs?
No. In our account?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant Lisa Stevenson. I thought she was coming in to coach you.
No. The other Lisa.
I did see
Lisa. Lisa thinks I need to stop being a sook.
Yeah.
Which then I accused her of drinking while sending these messages, which really pissed her off. So,
what I found from going through the photo, like Google Photos, if you don't know what it is, you should have it so you can upload all of your digital photos so you can search through them. Year, people, faces. You can type in anything, and you could type in tree, and then it'll come up with photos taken of a tree. It's so.
Do you find any good ones,
mate? I used to take out a camera when I would party, and I reckon I was probably the only one, maybe one other person in my friendship circle, like a close friend that would do it. So I'm
was it
one
a
of the
pink
only
point
ones.
And shoot? That's a classic.
I didn't have that one. I had that same. Actually, I put it behind me. Hang on a second. This is it. It's a little Isexus 130.
Oh, that's great.
It's just a great little camera in your pocket. Love it. Anyway, I just so many photos of us getting loose, just debauchery, like nude, like people nude, like warehouse parties where people are just in their undies. It's so many people. I was like, oh my god, there's blah blah blah. Oh my god, there's blah blah blah. Like I had photos there from parties that I know these people now, like acquaintances. I'm not even really friends with them, but they're in my camera.
You should do a LinkedIn series.
Oh yeah,
just
where are they
up
now?
That CEO, like here's them at 21. You know.
God, there is some of that shit. There's some people that have good jobs now that probably wouldn't want those photos. Yeah. I could imagine.
You, on the other hand, you don't. you can share them.
Mate,
what could be worse than this?
Got a free pass when you've been a stripper. Man, there would be photos somewhere of me doing that shit. Anyway, it's but I started texting them. Jules Land, I was like, mate, remember when you could actually get drunk with your mates? And it was in that moment of thinking like, this is crazy what we're going through right now, and looking at these memories from when you used to be able to, like, you take for granted. I took all my 20s for granted, partying, 18, 19, 20, like. It's crazy. The skinny mate, like people that are now muscly, like I got so many. Everyone's just so scrawny and young.
How did you feel mentally when you were going through all the photos?
It's pretty triggering because they're not like if you were taking drugs, when you're younger, it's like I remember the sort of vibe that it was all, the partying scene. It like makes you feel a bit yuck. I'm just like, oh. But at the same time, I'm usually triggered like that, thinking, oh, yuck, I remember those sort of dark times. They're not dark, but they're just like, you're just a bit lost. You haven't sort of got your purpose yet, and you kind of just, trying to find it at Revolver at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning. It's not the place where you find your purpose, to be honest. Yeah. But I
TikTok
had
is.
more. Yeah, I had more of a it was more just a bit grateful for having put in the effort out there on the dance floor. Mm-hmm. It was like,
what does that mean?
I'm glad I experienced all that, because imagine if the way forward is not that. Like we can't party. It's not going to be as loose as it once was. The restrictions, like if it does really change, I was like, I am kind of grateful that I gave it a fair nudge.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was just me drunk and everyone drunk. So it's just the drunk series.
I thought of a bit of a game that we could play. I've called it the New World. Yeah, Darren the Duck. So it's called the New World game. And what I've done is I've created current limitations that we have through all of the social distancing and all the rules and all that sort of shit, and basically put one or the other. So you have to pick whether you're going to have one thing or another thing, but you can't have both. Okay.
Oh yeah. So it's like choosing.
So we'll go through, and I want to get your answers as we go.
Okay,
I've got 4 of them here. Okay. We'll start. TJ, you answer, and then you answer, Sevs.
Yep.
All state borders open or AFL back on TV?
State borders open.
State borders.
Okay. Why?
Family. Imagine if you had your mum and dad who are sick in another state and you couldn't get through. Mate, footy, there's just watch reruns of 2017 season.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'd be the most hated person in Australia, to be honest. But it's well worth it.
I think it's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't follow footy, and then I can catch up with Grace. So
great.
Now that's an answer that's correct. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yep.
2, go to the beach or have a house party?
Swimming, like actually going to the beach.
Yeah, go to the beach.
I reckon the beach, because you can always have a party at the beach.
Yeah, the beach.
Okay. Eat in at a restaurant or get your hair cut?
Oh, you can still get it cut.
Yeah, we'll just
for America. Let's pretend.
Yeah.
I think get a haircut.
Yeah, haircut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to the gym or go to the shopping centre?
Gym.
Gym.
Okay. Mate, shopping centres can be.
I'll do your shopping then.
Shopping centre. I'm thinking like
Westfield,
Shopper.
Doncaster.
Yeah, Shopper.
Yeah, that can.
No interest.
No interest.
Okay. Well, that was a fun game.
Oh, that's all.
that was all I had, but I thought maybe I could do 4 every single.
Did you come up with those?
Yeah, I just did.
I thought you had an app or something. That's a great game.
Oh, good.
That's a great game.
I thought that the New World rules.
Yeah.
So rules. TikTok, I've come up with a TikTok for you to do with Bodie.
Oh, great.
So I'll post
today,
it
please, because he's fucking high as a kite.
Do you reckon he could do? Well, no, this is perfect. Do you think that he could do a choreographed dance?
Nah.
What about if he was just following you?
Oh, I mean, they're pretty. Like I spent a little bit of time trying to learn one, and then I have a lot. Like I've done choreo before. I've done hip hop dance.
Did you have to do it for stripping?
Yeah. It's full routine. Nat Harris's sister, Nat Harris has been on the show, her sister, Jasna, taught it to me. She's a dance teacher. And it's hard. And so I have sort of a lot of the people who, like Kevin Hart did this dance with his wife. And I was like, mate, that would have taken you a long time to fucking learn.
Yeah.
Like you've spent a lot of time. People are spending a lot of time. I guess it's good because it's active. Like people are... being physical in this,
yeah.
It's but they are tough. So I just know the little Gronk Bodie is going to struggle.
Will you give it a go?
If it's I'll give it a go.
Okay.
What is it? What's the?
So I'll put it on Instagram. So it's just you're going to have to dress up like Bodhi, or you and Bodhi are going to have to look the same.
Yeah, easy.
Or how do you feel? The other one is you doing I've been really enjoying the ones where the guy stands still and the girl sexy dances and then they switch.
Oh yeah. Who did
fun.
that recently?
There's been a bunch of them. It's very funny. Would you do that one?
Oh no! Alex Icon did it.
Oh, that was great, wasn't it? With Mendy?
Yes.
He looks good in a dress.
Yeah, Babin.
Yeah. Sevs, I mean, you've been on TikTok. You're struggling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I came across was just a bunch of videos of people slapping ham on other people's faces.
Ham.
Ham, yeah. So you walk, it's like playing a song or whatever, you walk around and then when the beat drops, you throw ham at someone's face and so it makes the noise of the ham hitting their face.
Is this because you follow Jason Andre on
This is
TikTok?
on the Daily Talk Show TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then there were a couple
there's
like
not much
creativity
to it, do you think?
No, there's not.
Are you
it's
going to
not
do
fun for anyone involved either.
Tulsi slide?
Yeah.
It's probably the easiest one you could be nominated for.
Would you do one with your mum, Sevs?
I mean, I don't know how much she wants to do that.
It's probably as much as
she
you,
actually
but you're
asked.
gonna do it.
Yeah, look, she asked me. Maybe it was either this morning or yesterday. She was like, "Are we really having to do a TikTok?"
It'd be good fun.
No,
what about if you would? It's a good bonding exercise. There's whole family ones that you could do.
I was about to say, I think it'd be better off doing a whole family one.
So there is one where in Step Brothers where they do the singing in the car. Do you know that scene? Like I can't actually remember the scene, but but someone did it really well. It's the whole family like driving and they're harmonizing.
Oh yeah,
and
there's a other fun one, dance I can share with you, Sevs. Quite easy. It's like you're swimming, and then you're sort of running on the spot, and then you're swimming. It's funny. Anyway,
okay.
What did you say to your mum when she said, "Do we really have to do this?"
I said no.
Oh, mate, come on, mate.
What are you out of 100 today, Mace?
Probably probably 75. I reckon 75, 80.
It's quite high if you.
Quite is it?
Yeah, I feel like it's high.
Actually, I felt good because we had some rocks that we had to move from the backyard into the front, and me, Sam, James, and Mum, we all went out and did it and had a bit of fun. So that was
nothing
nice.
like getting the percentage up by lifting rocks.
Yeah, that's good. What are you? What are you, TJ?
Yeah. I reckon had a nap, so 65 to 70.
That's good.
Back of the weekend, feeling just lethargic. Probably drank too much over the
65
weekend.
Is good.
So, yeah.
Drinking really does. Like I reckon the day after is where I feel it the most. Not in like a tired way, but just in a spending a lot of time on my phone kind of way, you know?
Oh, just like down a rabbit hole. Like it's almost...
Yeah.
It's like your brain's been put on standby, like your computer.
And then the thing is, I let people into my little bit of paranoia I have. And now, so everyone DMs you directly about the paranoia, which makes you more paranoid. I was hemorrhaging followers yesterday. I lost 5 followers from all my posts.
Did you? Yeah. God, have you got that thing installed that tells you...
No, you got a notification
if I got a notification when someone... Because for people who are new to the show, there was a guy named Stefan. I never said his actual name. I used to call him Stephen in the show when I tell the story. Cinematographer, worked on a shoot with him, got along really well, and I checked Facebook, wanted to show someone his work, and all of a sudden we weren't friends on Facebook, and so I sent him an email just saying, "Hey mate, what's going on? Why aren't we friends anymore? I'm on LinkedIn. Do you want to connect on there?" So I don't have a great track record. I think
he gave you the response that you required in that moment.
He didn't respond.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he just should have done. And
yeah, but I think that like let's not pretend like I haven't always been like this. This is pretty standard practice.
I see what you mean. But I think it's maybe people. I think there's probably more people like you, Josh, in that respect, but won't say it. Like they understand the gravity of letting this out into the air, into the abyss, and people hearing it and going, "You're fucking wild, dude." That is outrageous.
Sev said that Shannon couldn't listen to yesterday's episode.
Shannon.
Was that true?
I don't know if she made it the whole way through, but yeah.
Because of what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You did go pretty hard, but I mean, I guess
Shannon?
when you're in that mood, you just double down on it. So
do I need? So do you think I was mean to Shannon? I don't think it wasn't directed at Shannon.
I don't know.
Well, because this is the thing. To me, there wasn't a single voice. It was just. It felt like Gemma's was messaging me. She wasn't happy. She didn't like that I used the word attacked. She says, "You're always saying you're being attacked. You're not being attacked." Anyway, I said I wasn't going to bring it. I told myself I wouldn't bring it up. But anyway, I wasn't attacked, Gemma. I was just...
How would you feel about someone writing an article of the science behind why we hate Josh Janssen?
Look, it would make a lot of sense. Maybe I can explain my own self-hate. No. That sounds good. We can do that.
On our blog?
No, would you write it, Sevs? Goldie Guts has a bit
I
of a
don't
science background. Could we get? Who could we get? Oh, what about Grace? The biological sort of reasons why we hate Josh Janssen. You could use my 23andMe details if that's at all helpful.
I think it's like think about
why Josh Janssen is genetically annoying.
I was going to say something about your thumbs, but 2 thumbs up. No, so like Adam Sandler, I think it becomes a thing where people who might not have even cared about his movies start, when it becomes a thing. It's like it becomes a meme. Not saying you're becoming a meme, Josh, but Sandler's movies being like, oh, here's another one, is like, yeah, someone said in the comments, it's like he's winning. He makes films with his best friends. Yeah, he's always got the same people in the films. It's like...
But you can only enjoy that once you're at Adam Sandler level.
Yeah.
Beforehand, it's a little bit painful, isn't it, when you just got to... It's got a podcast, Jordan Michaelides says, hello, kids. How's JJ doing today? Jordan Michaelides loves to psychoanalyze me on DMs. I posted yesterday that I was looking at getting a DJ deck so that I could play music and sort of feel a little bit more comfortable. And he thought it was me not addressing the real issues.
What's the real issues, Jordan?
Yeah, well, he was saying like, he went into a lot of detail, and I just sort of doubled down that I want to get the DJ deck. But what we've ended up, Brie and I spoke about it, and she agreed that I needed to do something, but I didn't need to get the DJ deck. And so I'm getting the $30 iPad app that will allow me to bring in Spotify songs, but I'll still be able to sort of mix them and change tempo and beat match.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Like George is into music, right? Like he bought a whole setup, a whole DJ setup. I know he hasn't told you this.
What?
Because it seems like a weird flex.
George?
He bought this. It's up at his mum's place. He's got a full kit that you can make music on it. Like you can produce from ground up stuff.
Oh, that's good fun.
Tap pads and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, so he is, but he didn't use it. But George could be throwing the decks.
I mean, we've heard his My Humps a cappella, if that's the things you go by.
No, I want you to come back strong next week, JJ.
Yeah.
I think you won't hear a peep out of anyone. If anything,
I don't want that either. I just want everything to be normal. There. It's that whole thing. This is like when I had my blow up with my parents or whatever, and then the next time they're all nice to me, and then I just can't handle that either. But no, I'm joking. Like, in all seriousness, especially Lisa, who was saying, should I read out? No, I won't read out. No, Lisa.
That wasn't that mean. That was like a bit of fun.
I'm not sooking, Lisa. It's a bit of gear. I understand that it's ridiculous. I understand there's more important stuff in the world. Sebs, have we got any email?
But you feel it hard. You do.
I do.
That's the thing. It's like, I said it on yesterday's show. You know it's gear, but you also are so caught up in the feeling of it. which is the beauty for the people laughing or in pain with you, but it's also the hard bit for you.
I feel like it annoys Sevs though. I feel like Sevs was quiet on the text yesterday.
I was quiet on really. You reckon? I mean, I'm a little bit annoyed, but
why were you annoyed?
Well, I mean, you messaged a lot yesterday about it. I just thought you'd potentially let it go a little bit. You kept sending me screenshots of all the messages, so you can see where that gets.
But I was hoping for you to just be my like, it's all cool, man. But you just like one word responses.
Yeah.
Just
Jordan Michaelides. I'm not psychoanalyzing, Josh. I'm just trying to help a fellow anxious wreck. Love you.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Jordan. I think that's nothing bothered me, but when I know that I'm upsetting Sevs, that's when it really hurts. I didn't mean to upset you, Sevs, and so we can.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
At
one point, I said something like, "You're like, well, aren't we our thoughts?" And I was like, "No." And I was like thinking so deeply.
Well, that's the whole thing around. Like people say that, right? Like you're not your thoughts. Well,
you're beyond it. There is a place beyond it, and you can't sometimes control your thinking, and so you can sometimes play with where you're placing focus, which can pull you out of the thoughts and stuff. But a lot of the time for people, they can't, like, thoughts are flying into their mind.
But don't you think we are out? Like, because I understand the whole sort of philosophical, like you're not your thoughts or whatever.
I think I get what you're saying, but there's a massive disempowerment in ultimately believing that you are what you think. I get the sentiment around, like, if you are thinking negative thoughts, you will be negative. But there has to be a control beyond that, which is I'm not my thinking, my thoughts are happening, and am I choosing to sort of be them or not is the next layer. And so it's like, it is just about it. Like the perspective is a way of sort of removing the identity of you and your thoughts. If anything, the belief system and stuff is forming more of sort of how we are responding and acting and how we're triggered and stuff like that. So anyway, I was
going to bring some positive news. I was going to do like a good news story as a way of sort of changing my brand. I want to sort of rebrand into the guy that's bringing all the light, into the dark.
So what did you have? Did you have anything?
I didn't have time, mate. I was on TikTok. But
okay.
I've got something for you, though.
Yeah.
I always love these. We've done this a bit. It's sayings and their origins. It's a good one for a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Go cold turkey. What do you think that means? Like, you know what
Where
it
does
means.
it come from?
Where does it come from? Where do you think it comes from, JJ?
Cold turkey. Cold turkey, I reckon, is about turkey. So going cold turkey just means completely removing something or completely like going all in. And so cold turkey, I reckon, has something to do with don't bother heating it up. I reckon it's probably some sort of Thanksgiving thing. It's like, you know what? Just eat the turkey cold.
That's
you reckon? I was going to go on the route of if the turkey's cold, you're not going to talk over a cold turkey. Like, no one's going to want to be. No one's going to if there's a turkey that you're eating, like Thanksgiving or whatever, right? And it's warm, everyone's talking, you're all around the turkey like for lunch. But if it goes cold, then no one's going to want to be there and be talking. So everyone goes silent.
You're both wrong.
Okay. Has it got something to do with waking up in the morning?
Nah, the history. People believed that during withdrawal, the skin of drug addicts became translucent, hard to the touch, and covered with goosebumps, like the skin of a plucked turkey.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's almost like you can see through the skin.
I like that. That was great.
I got a couple of others if you want one. Do you want another?
I reckon do one a day.
Yeah, one a day.
I think it's good.
A great sight.
And then for a real lift me up, Sevs, emails?
We got a lovely email from Julia. She said, "Hey Gronks, just wanted to write in and thank you all for continuing to produce this amazing content. I'm a final year student nurse and a midwife, and whilst the rest of the university world has paused their practicals and transitioned to online classes, my hospital placements are still running. I always listen to you on my commute to placements, so I can't express how nice it is to have a sense of normality and structure in my life right now, simply through listening to you on my daily drive. It might sound insignificant, but it truly makes a world of difference during this crazy, stressful time. Goes to show we can all make a difference, big or small, to help each other through this pandemic. And you boys are helping a lot more than you realise. Thank you. Happy Easter. Stay safe. Julia."
Happy Easter.
Thanks, Julia. That was nice.
It was lovely.
Feel free to send through your song request, Julia, on the Spotify playlist as well.
Felipe said, is Friday dress-ups happening? Yes, it is.
Oh, yes. Oh, so we got the different suggestions. I took some screen grabs. Did you screen grab them too, Sevs?
Yeah, I got a few. So Stuart, he reckons we should do Stranded. He's thinking Lost, Castaway, or Aussie Survivor vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'd be easy for me.
That'd be easy for
Just
you.
a bit of neck beard. I could organise that for Friday.
Amy says, "Dress up as your favourite The Daily Talk Show host."
I feel like that would be real painful for me. So I'd prefer if we didn't. Just fucking 30 Tommies and 10 Sevs.
Yeah. What else is there?
Ian said, "Whatever you have," which
Good one, Ian.
I guess. Yeah.
I get it. It's speaking to what's going on at the moment.
But also, Ian's got a red foo outfit. That's why he's
how
saying
great
that.
was that? Yeah.
He's pushing for a red foo theme.
Yeah.
A few other suggestions. Something formal, Joe Exotic theme.
Yeah, that was from M.
Crazy hair day, like in primary school.
Was that you, TJ? Did you say the crazy hair one?
Do you remember that? They used to do crazy hair day?
The problem with crazy hair day was the mess. It sort of really gets in your hair, like it can really fuck your hair.
Oh, I mean, it depends on what you're using.
Hairspray. Like coloured hairspray.
Oh, the coloured spray. Yeah, I remember that, like getting sweaty and it just dripping down my face.
Yeah. Well, footy day, it was a big one. Like you would spray your hair and it would just like ruin cushions and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Leah says a maths dinner party theme as well.
That would be real trashy.
I can't get lip injections that quickly. No one's open.
Could you imagine me on a show like Big Brother if I was to like lean into it and just be the insecure baby that I can?
I don't know if you'd pass the psychological testing, to be honest.
They wouldn't let me on.
I honestly don't think they would.
He's pretty tweaked.
Yeah, but he's still. Yeah, I don't know. You're pretty spot on there. Seems really tweaked. I don't know. I mean, that's what they want, right? They're looking for people who are on the cusp of craziness, but they won't be liable if they fall over the other side, which I can't promise that with you.
But the other thing too is I worry
be
that
like
people...
Gretel hates me. Gretel wants me gone.
But the thing is that I love the Friday night drinks. Like it is a lot of fun.
It is great. And it
feels like that's almost graduating from a friendship level. Like, Gronks, we've had our first blow up. Like, let's move on. We're bigger and better than ever. It did feel a little bit like the whole handcuff uncle incident, just fucking all of a sudden people aren't talking and Shannon's not joining the chat anymore. Morning, Shannon. Do you reckon she's just busy because where's Grace? She's not in the chat either. Where is everyone?
I mean,
Shannon, Grace,
they'll learn how to get through these. Sevs and I have learned.
Yeah,
we know how to weather the storm. You just don't let it affect you. You got to just, mate. It
wasn't personal. I wasn't attacking.
It wasn't. No, sure. It's all good.
Or do you think I was,
mate? I don't know. This is how I survive, mate. I don't invest at all mentally.
So
just got to let it go.
Can we just have a reset? Yeah. So I'm going to let it go, but you need to let it go too.
I've let it go. I accept your apology.
Will you start messaging me normally?
Yeah, sure.
God, now I feel
I
the burden on Sev's. God, Josh's mental health is in Sev's hands right now.
Yeah, but why was he so? What is your pushback on just being nice to me again?
What do you mean? I'm always nice to you.
If anyone,
Nick
you this
says,
morning.
is that a tube of lube in the bookcase behind Sev's?
No, it's sunscreen.
Sunscreen, baby.
I do have a purple bottle. It's not lube, but it is massage cream for like sore muscles and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It does make you tingle, but
yeah, but not in your dingle.
Not where you want. Yeah.
Anyway, so that is happening. Sev, so we sent that email out.
No, I'm sending it to Salvo.
Sending out an email to the Gronks who were involved.
You're just going to use the
Friday
to field drinks. Now that everyone has their email address.
Yeah,
anyway,
I was thinking of just double downing on it. Yeah.
And so we take in suggestions for costumes for next Friday night drinks through email, which you'll get if you're on the VIP Gronk list. And shoot us through anyway. Instagram.
Felipe
Facebook.
says, "Why do you guys call Mason Sevs?" So.
Sevs.
In Australia, we shorten everything, and so his nickname was Mr. 97, and so Sevs is sort of like shortened 97. Sevs.
So it could be Felipe, Lipe, Pay. I'm going to start calling you Pay.
Pay wave.
Pays back.
PayPal.
It's just, I think it's an Australianism.
Mr. Money.
You just
Mr. Money.
Like Amy. So I call Amy Amos.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've taken that to Mossy. So Amos, Amy, Amos, Moss, Mossy, Mosjan. Like I get further down the... Mosjan. Yeah, I get further down. Like I legit... And they stick too. Like they go so far down the rabbit hole. Anyway.
He likes... Felipe likes PayPal.
PayPal.
That's good.
Yeah.
PayPal's good.
Great.
Oh, can I just say, Apple Pay is great. I mean, I've only used it like yesterday. I used it to buy some stuff, but it's like, yeah. I mean, the checking out's great. It's so easy.
Hang on. You're talking about in websites, right?
Yeah. In websites. Yeah.
I was going to say, fuck. Have you literally just used this down at the shops? Your phone's payter. I used it for quad lock. I bought a quad lock for my iPhone 11. Yeah, I got one. It's coming on Tuesday.
You don't have the quad lock yet.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming this week. I feel like it's dangerous times for me right now with this phone because it's slippery.
Oh, it's Intuit, isn't it?
I paid it on checkout. Yeah, it's Intuit. I paid it on checkout, but then it would be so annoying because there's no Apple shops open until... Oh, maybe they're open now or later in the month. It'd be
I don't think they're open yet.
Anyway, paid it on the checkout. Sevs, great.
So
has all your
easy,
details, has your mailing address. Oh, fuck, so good.
Rob in the chat says, LOL, it's funny how sometimes they get longer than the original names.
Yeah.
Felipe says that in Brazil, they call him Lipe or Fei or Fe.
Fee.
Fee. Yeah, that makes sense.
Felipe.
Fee.
I
like Fee.
Yeah.
Lyndon says iPhone 11 flex there.
Yeah.
It's his favourite flex.
Gonna get it in.
How much did it cost you?
Don't know. Don't think about that. You pay monthly.
What do you reckon it is?
It's probably about $700 cheaper than yours. It's probably $2,000 by the end of it. Is it?
Expensive phone, isn't it?
Phones are seriously expensive. I bought that.
So
we all got these before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the economy shitting itself. I wonder if people will start thinking twice about spending $140 a month on their phone. Like, I mean, the thing is, you justify it too easily when you work and you use it for creating content.
And that wide angle's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about that wide angle, isn't it? And that night mode.
How's that telephoto, Josh?
I never use a telephoto. Why is that so funny?
Just because you got the Pro and we don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't even. It's useless.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway. I got it for the battery. When you're doing 10 hours a day, you need that big battery.
What is your screen time, just quickly? What is it?
I got pushed. It's a Sunday here in Australia, so I got sent like a,
your weekly wrap up.
Yeah, it was like average 5 hours and 40 minutes a day.
Oh, really?
5 hours and 46 minutes of screen time per day last week, which is,
Oh, I'm 8 hours 40.
Per day?
Yeah, per day.
Last week?
Yes, 17. This is for the whole week. 17 hours. Oh, no, 18 hours on Instagram, 15 hours on Messenger.
How many hours in total a week? How on Instagram last week?
60 hours and 43 minutes.
No.
Oh, sorry. On Instagram, 1750.
Okay. Yeah, 29 hours, 20 minutes for me.
And that was just
on Instagram.
That was just yesterday.
That was
unbelievable how we found 29 hours in a day.
No, yesterday I did a total screen time of 10 hours, 20 minutes.
Far out.
Yeah, it's not good. But yesterday I spent 5 hours, 24 minutes on Instagram. It's because you weren't writing back to my texts.
God.
Okay, we're all good. I'm not being a sook. We're all good.
And I'll start messaging normally. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Everyone's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Sevs, if you need some sort of counselling service based on,
I'll message you. Yeah.
Just message me.
If this is a flow-on effect where Sevs is under so much pressure, he starts messaging me for relief, and it's just this circle of anxiety. I'm trying to relieve Sevs. You're trying to relieve Josh.
Well, he then doubles down on work stuff. He was texting me at 10 p.m. trying to find a good file management system.
Yeah.
Then asked me at 8:30 in the morning for our wiki logins. Were you just trying to change subjects?
No. I was this morning because I found a template for the wiki, right? I found a nice little design, and I was like, I wonder what's that like to install it. And so I just wanted the login. And then last night I actually was trying to find a solution because you asked me to try find a file, which was so easy to find.
But it was just your system.
Cool story, boys.
Great. Jem is in the comments. She says, I'm back, did a 40-minute Pilates session. Am I Steph Smith, yes, yet, or no? She says, hey, Jem. Yeah. Queen Gronk in the comments, thank you for joining us. Just want to do a little shout out, just trying to win everyone back. But no, we really do appreciate you, Jem.
We love you, Jem. We love all of you. Thanks for joining.
It's a daily talk show.
It's been Easter Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow's a public holiday, but we'll be back at 11 a.m. We do the show on weekdays and 4 p.m.
Yep, 11 and 4.
So we'll see you then, guys. Have a good one.
See you guys.